Cellular Arena in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Just underway here in the second quarter. 6-2 Monterrey leading the Blast in the 2008 MISL Championship game. Michelle Miller with the shot blocked by Bonte and the save. We'd like to say hello to our fans watching us in Monterrey, Mexico. Also those, of course, in Baltimore, Maryland, and to you coming to us wherever you may be throughout North America, watching this game live tonight on Fox Soccer Channel. Along with Roger Faulkner, I'm Al Pulowski. 6-2 Monterrey with the lead as Bonte taps that one out. We'll have a kick in for the Blast.
Well, the game's been fairly even on a balance of play, but Monterrey have just taken their chances. That's the key thing. They've just put them away. Alvarez has created a couple of goals out of nothing.
Now Alvarez trying to work hard on the defensive end. Dolevsky a clear. And we apologize to those of you that have just tuned in or tried to tune in a bit earlier. We had some audio and technical difficulties here in Milwaukee, but we are working hard at ironing those out. Thanks for bearing with us. The 2008 MISL Championship here is a Dato Neto, marked by Pontieri, and then coming over was Dolevsky on the help.
There's probably a few people out there that prefer the game without our audio.
I can't imagine that. Who would that be? Besides your family, of course. Here's Aristodemo. Out to Ryan Pierce. Neto. And a knockaway. LaRaZa trying to attack. Diego Pontieri. Segu will track it down.
Good tight marking, and then a little step in for the interception. They're staying very close to these lively Baltimore forwards. They have to.
Now Alvarez. Noni Martinez needs help. Bonte a difficult touch there. Pontieri can't bring it in. Ray Martinez for Baltimore battles, but Vega Cordia wins it for Monterrey. Now Birchi knocked away by Nelson. Bascom working hard for it. Goes down at midfield, and it's out of play. It'll be a kick-in for the Blast.
Not intentional, really. The player was down on the ground and he had no option but fall over him, but wasn't really brought down deliberately.
Ray Martinez to Mike Lookingland. An overlap. In front, Cabral, score! 6-4. Denison Cabral, his second goal of the game, and the Blast are within 2.
Why you love to have a little 5'7" guy like Danny Cabral, so quick, spotting the opportunity in the box, looking for the rebound, made it a very easy goal. He's picked up hundreds like that literally in his career, a man with over 800 goals, and just a phenomenal athlete.
So Cabral with his second goal of the game, his 7th in the playoffs. As we take a look at it one more time, 19 postseason points for Denison Cabral. Give Mike Lookingland the assist. So 6-4, and now Monterrey has their lead down to 1 goal.
What was your call? 25-23, was it, you said?
Yeah. The rate we're going, we're on pace for one of those.
We're on track. We're on track.
Martinez now in his own end. Millwood with some pressure. Now Millwood with pressure. Bonte stole the ball. But Medina wins it back for Monterrey. LaRaZa gets it out of trouble. Cross there from Paredes. Shot wide by Quiros. Paredes in front. Segu picks up the loose change.
It was a great cross by Paredes too. Just left footer right. Just saw his partner out of the corner of his eye and hit a beautiful through ball right across the field.
Aristodemo for Bascom as the Blast now will come ahead trailing by 2. Neto. Knock away there. Neto through 2 defenders to Bascom for Neto. Now Aristodemo. The last with some pretty dribbling, but Monterrey just good enough defensively to thwart the attack.
Neto very difficult to dislodge from the ball, and then just so difficult.
Benedis. Neto takes it back. Ryan Pierce. Now Nelson. As we approach the 10-minute mark to go in the first half. 6-4 LaRaZa. Cabral. Here comes Campos. Monterrey on a run. A great ball for Alvarez. Already with 2 goals tonight. Vega Cordia. Shot blocked away by Nelson. Collected in midfield. At Pichardo. Now Dolevsky for Vega Cordia. Here's Dolevsky. Once again, we appreciate you joining us tonight for the 2008 MISL Championship. We apologize for the technical difficulties we've been having. But our hardworking crew here in Milwaukee is working on them feverishly, and little by little we're getting back up to 100%. Now a kick-in will be coming up from the top of the arc for Monterrey. 9:12 to go here in the first half. 6-4 LaRaZa. Martinez will be the trigger man on the ball.
The man who runs everything for Monterrey, really such a key figure in defense and offense.
Martinez. Vega Cordia, but Sagu read it. Right there positionally for the save, and now the outlet for Ray Martinez by him. And Henoni Martinez gets it back to his keeper, Bonti. Alvarez, a good ball for Vega Cordia. Birchi. Alvarez, but looking in good defense. Back to Sagu. Ray Martinez. Now Gonzaga. Just one.
Great ball into the box, just eluding Millwood.
Steele. Medina. Knocked down by Wakefield. Now off the ball. Medina and Wakefield pushing and shoving. Meanwhile, Baltimore trying to attack. Gonzaga. His attempt blocked. Now a reset for the Blast. 6-4 LaRaZa. 8 minutes to play before halftime. The 2008 MISL Championship here on Fox Soccer Channel. Carlos Garcia. Medina collides with Pierce. Pierce the foul. His second of the first half. Not a lot of fouls called, Roger. 3 so far against Baltimore, just 1 against Monterrey.
Yeah, very few fouls. Not because it hasn't been a little bit testy. It has. We just saw a little off the ball incidents of shoving and so on. But,
now Monterrey a restart. Jorge Campos, of course, shares that name with a famous goalkeeper from Mexico. Here's Bonti. Paradis. Campos. Monterrey to reset. Now LaRaZa with some possession, Roger, and playing a little bit of Baltimore's game.
I think Baltimore's having a little hard time with this push-pull kind of game that's being played by LaRaZa. They attack, then they pull back.
And we have a timeout on the field. 7:01 remains before halftime. LaRaZa leads Baltimore 6-4 here in the 2008 MISL Championship. We'll be back in just a moment. Keep it here on Fox Soccer Channel.
And the Midwest Airlines landing, where tonight among their valued guests are the St. Mary Soccer Club. So welcome St. Mary Springs Soccer Club.
We are orthopedic care at the University of Pennsylvania Health System. We are the nation's first department of orthopedic surgery. We are consistently listed in Best Doctors in America and Philadelphia Magazine's Top Docs. We are ranked among the nation's best orthopedic care by U.S. News and World Report. We are the University of Pennsylvania Health System. We are medicine.
Sending money to people worldwide just got a lot easier. No lines to stand in, no traffic to get stuck in, no tickets to pay, no hassles. Just jump online and Zoom it. Zoom.com sends money to over 30 countries. You can choose bank deposit and send money directly to someone's bank account, just like a wire transfer. Or choose cash pickup or home delivery, depending on the country. Go to Zoom.com today, the smarter way to send money. Send a bank deposit to any account in Great Britain and pay just $4.99.
Back here at U.S. Cellular Arena, downtown Milwaukee, Wisconsin, for the 2008 MISL Championship with 7:01 to play before halftime. LaRaZa has a 6-4 lead over the Blast. Along with Roger Faulkner, I'm Al Pulowski. Goals tonight for Monterrey, 2 by Byron Alvarez, 1 by Ivan Medina. For Baltimore, both goals from Denison Cabral. So far, a good matchup here tonight between the two hottest teams to close out this season in the MISL. As Mike Lookingland has the ball for the Blast. He'll turn and kick it back to his keeper, Sagu, and the Blast will reset. And we've talked about, Roger, these two teams, Baltimore the 3rd seed, Monterrey the 4th. Detroit was 1, Milwaukee was 2. They're not here, but that's because these two teams have had such good endings to their season and carried it over to the playoffs.
Absolutely. Phenomenal endings to the season, really. 17-4 for Baltimore, 11-4 rather for Monterrey. Just a tremendous finish at the end of the season. There was a lot of debate after the game in Detroit last week as to whether the 21-2 game that Detroit won had any meaning, and really were Monterrey giving it a full effort. Their coach told me today that yes, they were. He wouldn't let them let the intensity down, knowing there was a golden goal game coming up. But on this performance of Monterrey tonight, I'm beginning to think it was a bit of an aberration. That maybe Eric hasn't been totally true to us.
You and I both watched that 4th quarter. And Roger, in that 4th quarter, I think I made the comment with about 7 minutes to go. Yeah, Monterrey was still running their regular lines out there, but they were pretty much cones in a defensive drill. But give Monterrey credit. They conserved some energy there in the 4th quarter. Yeah. And sure, they were still playing, but saving it for when it counted, as Neto centers in front. Aristodemo sends it off the 2 or 3 bodies in front of the goal. Now Martinez to collect. 2-point lead right now for LaRaZa. 5:35 to go in the first half. Great ball there for Negretti. Good defense by the Blast. Wakefield. Loose ball in the corner. Basco for Pierce. And he sends that one out. It'll be a kick-in for Monterrey LaRaZa with 5:20 to go in the first half. 6-4. Monterrey in the lead. Well, so far, it looks like Monterrey is going to be in this one tonight. Some people thought that the Baltimore Blast, playing so well with so much depth, might be out to a 3 or 4 goal advantage now. That's not the case.
Yeah. That I have to say, I really thought that was going to be the situation. There's so many strong players, both in defense, midfield, and offense. So much power, so many ways Baltimore can hurt you, but they're not really playing with quite the rhythm that I would have expected them to see, expected them to play with. Just not playing quite that confidently. They seem to be rattled, as I said earlier, by this push-pull game that Monterrey are playing.
That last foul on Dino Dolevsky was his first for a dangerous play. So we approach the 5-minute-to-play mark here in the second quarter. 6-4 Monterrey. Sagu with pressure. We'll get it to Lookingland. Now Ray Martinez with plenty of space at midfield. A knock away, Martinez couldn't get it out. Now Ray Martinez tried to keep it in. Billy Nelson, though, will collect at midfield. Now Denison Cabral. An overlap run for Lookingly. Billy Nelson. Here's Garcia. Salenza. Lost the ball, Medina. The other way for LaRaZa. Salenza wins it back. Salenza with space. Back post score. Carlos Garcia. We're tied. That one created by Giuliano Salenza.
Yeah. That's a real garbage goal, isn't it? Anyone could have put that one away at the far post, but that's how you structure the play. He just worked so hard. Salenza down this right-hand side, getting the ball across, and it was an easy little pick to Mr. Garcia. Salenza.
So Carlos Garcia with his first postseason goal. And Baltimore, who has scored the last 4 points, has even this matchup at 6. 3:55 remains now before halftime as Quiros sends a three-pointer that was deflected right to Sagu. Firing for Basco. Quiros, his marker. Six game, 3:38 to go in the first. Millwood couldn't get through Pontieri. Now Pierce will leave it for Sagu. The Blast making their 4th championship appearance in the last 6 seasons. They've won all 3 when they've made it to the championship game. Roger, this team just looks calm. Even when they were down 6-2, there was no panic.
Yeah, well, Dave Kelly, their coach, played on all 3 of those teams and was actually the interim head coach, I think, in 06 when they won it, and then was appointed in May 06 as a full-time coach. And he knows what it's all about. He's been in championship finals, and so many of these players have been with this team for so long. They had 14 returnees this year, and that's a lot for a team in this league.
Pontieri sends that one out. It'll be a kick-in for the Blast. 2:49 left here before halftime, 6-all. Mike Lookingland will restart this one. Now Sagu. Roger, the first 27+ minutes. Any indication of how this second half will turn out?
It's very hard to read, isn't it? I think it's going to be the same kind of counter-attacking that we're seeing right now with Mr. Martinez getting the shot off. And they seem very comfortable with that pattern, Monterrey, of holding back and then the counter-attack and going for that quick thrust and using Alvarez up front. We haven't seen a lot of Delevsky. I mean, he's been out there, but he hasn't. He had one shot he got off, but hasn't quite looked as sharp as we've seen him. And of course, we know he's suffering a little bit with that ankle problem.
Here's Neto. The pretty move. The three-pointer. Bonte got just enough to deflect it and then grab it off the glass.
It was a powerful shot, powerful right foot shot with Bonte equal to it.
Sagu for Matt Watson. Or rather, check it. That was Lucio Gonzaga. Now Birschi, the minute 40 to go before halftime, 6-6. Cabral down, foul called on Marco Vega Cordia, and the card is out. The first blue card of the game is on Vega Cordia, who was not in agreement with the call. So Baltimore now in a 6-6 game will go on the power play for the last minute 37.
Well, whether in agreement or not, he's in there for 2 minutes. Opportunity now for Baltimore. It'd be a great time to score when you've only got a minute 37 left on the clock. You'd like to go in at halftime with a 2-point lead. Use that man advantage.
Wakefield fires the three-pointer wide. Cabral with the rebound out to Aristodemo, who will run the point. Neto and Millwood also on the field for the Blast. Neto Trying to get through. Martinez a knock away.
Monterrey actually last in the league, 52.3 in penalty kills. So they're not the strongest in that department, so an opportunity indeed for Baltimore.
6-6 tie, Baltimore on the power play for the rest of the half. A minute to go in it. Now Millwood for Wakefield. Martinez sealed him off in the corner. Bonte able to grab the ball, and now the outlet. Armando Terán working shorthanded. Steal Neto. Now Cabral to Aristodemo. 40 seconds to go in the half. 6-6. Baltimore a man ahead. Gonzaga. Three-pointer is high. Aristodemo. 22 seconds on the clock. Wakefield. Sealed off in the corner by Pontietti. Bonte to grab it. And now the throw. Once Negretti collects. 5 seconds in the half. Negretti will run out the rest of the time. And a card on Cabral with 2 seconds to go in the half. And that's significant because Monterrey, 1, will get a restart now at even strength. 2, if they don't score. When they kill off 23 seconds in the third quarter, they'll go a man up at that time.
Yep. They do tend to make the most of it when they go down. Here we see the foul again, and it definitely is a trip. He's down and is receiving attention now on the field. So Denny Cabral draws the penalty and then gets a penalty all in the space of a minute or so.
So Victor Negretti with some good work, and he's rewarded, even though he took the injury, but rewarded by drawing the blue card. That's Cabral's first penalty here in the playoffs, Roger, in a 6-6 game with 2 seconds to go before halftime. And play Monterrey with a play that could be huge when we look back on this one at the end of the night.
It's strange, really, that he would be fouled. I'm not sure that Negretti was really planning on getting in on goal there. I think he was just trying to kill the last 2 or 3 seconds that were on the clock. He was just trying to run around the boards. He didn't have much support up there to help him, so why Cabral would go in quite like that, I don't know.
So Martinez will trigger the restart. Monterrey with Delevsky on the field, as well as Pontietti and Birschi. LaRaZa with 2 seconds. Remember, the ball must cross the goal line before zeros are on the clock. Martinez. Nobody home in front. That's the end of the first half. So we'll play 4-on-4 even strength to begin the third quarter, and then the blast will be a man down. We've reached halftime here at the 2008 MISL Championship, live from US Cellular Arena in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Along with Roger Faulkner, I'm Al Pulowski. Sal Rosamilia, also a member of our broadcast crew here tonight. We've had some technical difficulties, so we haven't been able to go to Sal yet. But in a moment, we hope to have Sal with head coach Danny Kelly. Let's go down to them now. Sal, take it away. Thanks, Sal. Danny Kelly, 6-6 ball game here at halftime, Roger. And this is a ball game that has been very well played, and we expect more in the second 30 minutes. We've reached the half. We'll come back with more on our halftime report in just a few moments. Once again, our score here, it's Baltimore 6, Monterrey 6. You're watching the 2008 MISL Championship on Fox Soccer Channel.
I'm bad at duck pins. Thanks for trying, Dad.
I tried line dancing. I couldn't even do a straight line.
My singing is so bad, they won't let me sing in church.
I can't ski. When I get to the bottom of the slope, I look like a big snowball.
I can't do a somersault. I always go sideways.
I can't water ski. I end up getting dragged behind the boat.
I can't juggle, no way.
Local Jiffy Lube owners aren't great at everything, but they're experts at changing your oil. No wonder over 1 million Marylanders a year trust us to change their oil. Let us change yours, too.
Sending money to people worldwide just got a lot easier. No lines to stand in, no traffic to get stuck in, no tickets to pay, no hassles. Just jump online and Zoom it. Zoom.com sends money to over 30 countries. You can choose bank deposit and send money directly to someone's bank account, just like a wire transfer. Or choose cash pickup or home delivery, depending on the country. Go to Zoom.com today, the smarter way to send money. Send a bank deposit to any account in Great Britain and pay just $4.99.
MISL Championship along with Roger Faulkner and LaRaZa Amelia here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Our thanks to you for joining us and sticking with us through some technical difficulties here tonight. But Roger, we have seen quite a ball game here between these two teams for the first 30 minutes. Neither team has really asserted itself as the champion so far.
No, they haven't. I think the Monterrey coach will probably be the happier of the two. Danny Kelly will be a little frustrated because he's got a lot of power up there in Millwood and Cabral and Neto and so on, and they're not firing on all cylinders, and the Monterrey game plan seems to be working.
Byron Alvarez with a couple of goals tonight, now has 10 in the postseason. Denison Cabral with a couple of goals for the Blast. No surprises there that those two would be on the scoreboard.
No, well, Alvarez has been really hot in the playoffs, hasn't he? Not so hot during the course of this. 51 points is very credible, but he's not the lead scorer. That's Stilevsky with 108 for Monterrey, and Mr. Martinez with 96. But he's the man who's come through and carried the load in the playoffs.
When you take a look at these two teams, Roger, first of all, for Monterrey, if you're Eric Geyer, what do you tell your squad at the half?
I think you keep playing the same way you're playing, and I think they're taking the opportunities that they're finishing when they counterattack. They've had men in the right positions at the right time. Mr. Alvarez, let him keep cracking on goal because he seems to have found the golden load right now, and I think it's a little tougher for Mr. Kelly. I think he's got to shake his team up a little bit because they've had territorial advantage, but they haven't put it to effect.
All right, it's 6-6 here at the halftime break. The 2008 MISL Championship, Baltimore and Monterrey, they're dead even. And in the third quarter when we come back, they'll be even strength for 23 seconds. And then, for the first time tonight, Monterrey will be on a power play. So, once again, we're at the half. We hope you stay with us here on Fox Soccer Channel. It's 6-6, Monterrey and Baltimore in the 2008 MISL Championship.
How'd you do? You're not gonna believe it. I'm casting for Smallies and I feel a tug. I know it's a monster. 50 feet easy.
50?
Maybe more. So I tied the line in the back of the Tundra. Next thing you know, there's a 5-ton whopper flopping in the bed. You landed a 5-ton fish with the Tundra. This thing's got 381 horses. That's not the point.
So where's the fish now?
Got away.
Oh, it got away! Yeah.
I can't believe it got away.
Army Strong. See what it's like at GoArmy.com.
Withdrawal, please.
You wouldn't expect your bank teller to take back some of your money when you make a withdrawal. So why do you let the ATM take it when you need some cash? Open a checking account today at First Mariner Bank and you'll never have to pay to use the ATM. For no-fee access at more than 10,000 ATMs nationwide, look for the MoneyPass logo.
It's your money. You shouldn't have to pay a fee to get it. Switch to First Mariner Bank. We built this bank for you.
I've been trying to get Cousin Sub's ad agency to get serious, and I can't work with this.
No brakes!
Why? We have to be serious because Cousins makes a seriously fresh salad. Check out those greens, cool and crisp. These salads never sit around, and each is made fresh on the spot as soon as you order. So let's be serious.
If you touch it, I will drop you.
Cousin Subs. Better bread, better subs, better salads.
The leader.
I think I'm a special one.
The team.
We frighten people.
The drama.
People love you until you achieve what you set out, and the minute you've achieved it, they want to pull you down.
We cannot lose. We cannot lose.
He's done it! Blue Revolution. Chelsea FC. The movie on FSC.
Back here at U.S. Cellular Arena, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, along with Roger Faulkner and Sal Rosamilli, I'm Al Pulowski. 6-6 tie here at the half in the 2008 MISL Championship between the Baltimore Blast and Monterrey LaRaZa. And Roger, an interesting story about LaRaZa. They're now in their first season as an expansion team. We saw Detroit make it to the championship game last year. Monterrey, though they've had several teams down there throughout the years, this is their first in the MISL as Monterrey LaRaZa. I'll get it out, it's a tongue twister. Here they are in the championship game.
Yeah, it's great to see it. There's so many good players, obviously, in Mexico, and with that core they got from Philadelphia with Delevsky and Martinez, they were able to build a very effective team. But Eric Guy is such a great guy, such a great coach. So happy for him to see him bring this team here. He's got great heart.
Let's take a look now at our first half highlights and how we got to this point here tonight on Fox Soccer Channel with our MISL Championship game. First goal of the game, Byron Alvarez from Ivan Medina. Then it was Denison Cabral on a restart to tie it up at 2. That would be Cabral's first of 2 goals. Then Monterrey would score 2 more in a row. Byron Alvarez, his second goal of the night, 10th of the postseason from the goalkeeper Bonte. And then Ivan Medina with a 2-point goal, and Monterrey was up 6-2.
Showed his potential with that wonderful little fake move.
Denison Cabral, that would make it 6-4, his second goal of the night. Denison, the MISL veteran, and so far having a great game here this evening. And then the tie, Carlos Garcia from Giuliano Salenza. Great work by Salenza to get that ball to Garcia.
Yeah, one of those nice little garbage goals you love to see if you're a coach. Make the goals easy. You don't have to score great goals from 30 yards. Just a little tip in at the far post, and it's a tied ball game.
6-6 here in the 2008 MISL Championship. Roger, if you had to take a look at the styles tonight, Baltimore versus Monterrey. On the scoreboard, it's even, but style-wise or possession-wise, who's winning this contest?
Baltimore have had more of the possession, but it hasn't been very confident possession. You haven't seen the interplay between those terrific forwards that you normally see. And Martinez is a rock in the middle of that defense. I mean, he's just unbelievable. Such composure. And yet he can lead counterattacks. He's 32 years old, and he seems to float from one end of the field down to the other in remarkably quick time. And he just commands a big commanding presence there, and I think he's making a difference in this ball game.
Now with this one tied at 6, really, you always say anything can happen in the second half, but truly anything can happen, and that's one of the great things about a one-game championship. All you do is have to win one. Oftentimes you say that benefits the underdog. Many people felt Monterrey, they were the lower seed, they were the underdog coming in tonight. But after 30 minutes, Roger, this Monterrey team looks every bit like a team that's been around the league for some time.
They look very, very good, don't they? They've just blended together during the course of the season. The coach has had them running up and down the mountains in Monterrey because he says this is an aerobic sport. It's not 90 minutes outdoor soccer. You've got to change your whole sort of physical approach to training. And he's just put in a discipline there, and it's worked.
I could see Eric Geyer doing that.
Well, I don't think Eric runs up and down the hills with him.
I could see him out there telling his troops to go up and down.
Oh, yeah. He waits at the bottom.
Yeah, of course. Quicker, faster. And the Baltimore Blast, Roger, this is the team. They have the most depth in the league. They're not worried right now at all, are they?
I wouldn't think so. They're a little perplexed, perhaps, that with so solid at the back, really, with Looking Land and Nelson and company, and then all that power up front, and then creative players like Robbie Aristodemo in midfield. They should be winning this game.
All right, let's send it down now to the third member of our broadcast crew, Sal Rosamilia, with a very special guest here at the half.
Ed Hale, investor operator of the Baltimore Blast. 6-6 tie here so far at halftime. You're looking for your 4th championship as owner operator of the club. How do you like your chances in the second half?
Well, you know, I think we have a very good shot, but in this game anything could happen, and it has so far. But most of us here on my team, including our fans, think we're going to do it.
Yeah, and your fans have traveled well here. There's certainly some more Baltimore fans than there are Monterrey fans. And what do you see as the future of the Major Indoor Soccer League going forward from here?
Well, you know, we need to get a few more teams in the league and make a little bit smarter business decisions about making this work. But it's a great sport. We have the best fans in Baltimore. We like to have what happens in Baltimore be translated around the rest of the league. And I think we can do it. We have a little bit of work to do, but it's a fabulous game. It's a great game, and we have the best fans there are.
It is, and good luck in the second half, and hopefully for you, you'll be holding the trophy in about an hour.
All right, thank you.
Guys.
Sal, Ed, thank you very much. And Roger, Ed Hale, one of the more successful owners in the history of indoor soccer, not just now, but when you look throughout the game, he's really done a nice job with his team. And this decade, fielding one of the most competitive teams here in the last 6 seasons.
Absolutely. The Baltimore franchise actually has operated. They've had indoor soccer now for 28 years in Baltimore. First as the Blast, then 2 or 3 years as the Spirit, and then back again as the Blast. Those great days with Kenny Cooper, old friend of yours,
yes.
Old friend of mine. Marvelous coach. And now just continuing the dynasty. They come back, they win a championship every other year. And
you'll take it, right?
Love it.
Their 4th championship appearance now in 6 seasons, Roger. That says a lot. Not only do they get here, they've won their 3 previous trips.
Yeah, well, it was stunning last year. They didn't make the playoffs. I mean, they finished 15-15, I think, but they just don't miss the playoffs in normal circumstances. They and Milwaukee, our host tonight, just been tremendous ballast in this league.
The Baltimore Blast the Baltimore Blast with 15 consecutive seasons in the postseason, I believe.
Yes. Yeah.
So they've been here quite a bit. 6-6 game. We're at the half. Just a little bit over a minute before we begin the third quarter. Again, if you're just joining us, Monterrey and Baltimore will play even strength for the first 23 seconds here of the second half. And then if neither team scores, Monterrey will go on the power play for about a minute and a half. And that will be their first power play chance after Baltimore had a man advantage opportunity at the end of the second quarter.
You know, we were talking as if it was a high-scoring game, actually, but when you look at their scoreboard, 6-6 is not really particularly unusually high score. In fact, it's probably on the modest side by MISL standard. But there have been plenty of chances, and I think that's what's created this feeling that this is a wide-open game with a lot of shots.
And we'll take a timeout, our final timeout of the halftime show. We'll be back in just a few moments to begin third quarter action. 6-6, Baltimore, Monterrey tied in the MISL Championship. Stay here.
There's a moment at night when all you want is fourth meal. Melty, crunchy, spicy, and grilled.
Withdraw, please.
You wouldn't expect your bank teller to take back some of your money when you make a withdrawal. So why do you let the ATM take it when you need some cash? Open a checking account today at First Mariner Bank and you'll never have to pay to use the ATM. For no-fee access at more than 10,000 ATMs nationwide, look for the MoneyPass logo.
It's your money. You shouldn't have to pay a fee to get it. Switch to First Mariner Bank. We built this bank for you.
Do you want strong, tight, sexy abs?
Now, there's a way to get the abs you've always dreamed of in just weeks. Slender Tone Flex is the convenient way to strengthen, firm, and tone your abs while you get on with your day. Its powerful medical EMS technology targets all your abs with signals that contract and relax your muscles up to 150 times per session.
I've evaluated a number of abdominal products, and one of the nice things about the Slender Tone is, one, people got results.
For Jerry Rice, it would have to be something that I really believe in. And with the Slender Tone, it's going to give you the tight waist that you really want.
Now you can have firmer, stronger, sexy abs in just weeks.
Call now or go to SlenderTone.tv to try Slender Tone Flex for 30 days for the low trial price of just $14.95. If your abs aren't tighter and more toned, send it back within 30 days. Order now and shipping is free.
Call now to get started on firmer, stronger, sexy abs.
It's time for your MLS Fantasy Challenge, this for Week 4. It was very tight at the top. Troy's team with 186, 1 point ahead of Bus over there. Chelsea United was in the running with 183. But it was Troy's team. Troy, as in Troy Conrad, who can thank Kevin Hartman for chipping in with 80 points as his captain. Landon Donovan coming in with 28, 17 points each for Kenny Cooper and Jack Jewsbury. As usually is the case, your MVP on your best team, it was Kevin Hartman who got 40 points. He got the clean sheet in a victory over the Chicago Fire. He was heroic. As a result, he makes the Fantasy Dream Team, and joining him there, the top point getters, Landon Donovan with 28, Ronnie O'Brien with 26, John Culver, the top coach, with 19. Make sure you join us this Saturday for the Super Classico, LA vs. Chivas, starting at 10 Eastern.
The date MISL Championship 6-6 game. And Monterrey now is on the power play for the next minute 23 as Bonte faced a shorthanded shot from Mike Lookingland and was up to the challenge. Now Baltimore trying to win the ball, but we have a foul on Michelle Millwood for the Blast. That'll be his first foul of the second half. And now for the next minute 15, Monterrey in a 6-6 game will be on the power play as we take another look at this foul.
Not sure that he's done that much damage, but the player is down and still seeking treatment. The trainer is out there now to provide a little help.
Well, Byron Alvarez is down, getting some attention. Juan Zamaripa. 14-17 remains here in the third quarter. 6-6 tie in the MISL Championship, along with Sal Rosamilia, Roger Faulkner. I'm Al Pulowski. We appreciate you joining us for our final MISL game of the week of the season. As Baltimore and Monterrey lock horns for the 2008 title. Monterrey, for the first time ever, they had an entry in this league back in 03-04, and now this is an expansion franchise, many of the same players, but the first time that they've played for an MISL championship. Yep. But they're no stranger to championship matches.
No, not at all. Not at all. 2 titles in the Continental Indoor Soccer League, 1 in the World Indoor Soccer League under the same man, Eric Geyer, and Mr. Martinez was involved, and a lot of the players, as you say, were involved. We're delighted that this game, too, not only being shown nationally in the United States, but being shown in Mexico. A lot of people down there in Monterrey enjoying the game. A conurbation of 3.5 million people. Big, big city down there in Monterrey, in the mountains. The city of the mountains.
They're really a beautiful city as well. And a city that has really taken these last couple of weeks to indoor soccer. But they liked it before this, but they've really gotten into it in the postseason. The media here, plenty of folks from Monterrey up covering this. A couple of newspapers, some TV stations from Monterrey. This is a very big deal for them.
Yeah, Eric Geyer told me they've been front page story every day for the last 5 days.
6-6 ball game here with a minute gone in the third quarter. 57 seconds remaining in the power play for Monterrey. Now in the postseason, Monterrey has 1 power play goal, but they've given up 5. Baltimore has scored 4 power play goals and given up none. So the special teams, you figure, would favor Baltimore.
You would think, but doesn't always work that way, does it?
Not in this game. A game with crazy bounces, and what happens on the field can truly be crazy as well sometimes. And perhaps we'll see something tonight in this 6-6 game as both teams even right now. Marco Vega Cordia will send it out to Martinez. Poked away by Robbie Aristodemo.
Rare mistake by Mr. Martinez at the point there, directing traffic for LaRaZa, and got away from him.
20 seconds left in the Monterrey power play. 6-all. Alvarez. The cross. Dolevsky. Still not 100%. Stolen Aristodemo with the slide clear. 8 seconds left in the LaRaZa power play. These blast penalty killers, so solid defensively.
They were. They really, LaRaZa didn't get a look, did they, in that minute and a half or so that they had the extra man.
And Sagu able to gobble it up in the nick of time. Full strength, Cabral's back on. And the outlet hits him in the back of the head. Martinez will take and try and counter. Dolevsky. Now a tripping foul will be called on, I believe, Lookingland. It's either Lookingland or Millwood.
It's on Millwood, I think, but I didn't see a lot of contact.
Yep, that's Millwood's second. The bench shot deflected up and out. There'll be another kick in for Monterrey. Kia DePagna, Tim Tima are officials in this championship match. A couple of veterans. 6-6 tie, 12:42 left, third quarter. Marco Vega Cordia. Just missing over there on that shot was Beershi. Now Millwood. He's got Celenza with him. There's Celenza. Score! Baltimore's on top. 8-6. They've scored the last 6 points.
Well, that's the sort of link-up you expected to see. You expect from these Baltimore forwards. A very confident move run forward by Millwood. Lovely ball across to Celenza. Easy finish. Not much Mr. Bonte could do about it. That's the kind of way I expected Baltimore to exercise and show their superiority, but hadn't happened until this later stage.
Celenza's third postseason goal, his second tonight. And Baltimore has their first lead at 8-6 as they vie for their 4th MISL title in the last 6 seasons. And Roger, should that happen, dare you use the D word and say dynasty?
It's a big word, isn't it? But, you know, they've just scored 6 points in a row, 3 goals in a row. They were 6-2 down in this game. They've taken an 8-6 lead. So that's got to affect the psyche of the young men from Mexico a little bit.
And now to see how LaRaZa will respond to being down for the first time tonight. Neto for the blast. Neto with some pretty dribbling. Adotto Neto, the best in the game. Here's why. Tried to draw the foul, could not. Wakefield, wide on the three-pointer. Pierce. Now Cabral. He has 2 goals tonight. He and Celenza have accounted for the 4 Baltimore goals for Monterrey. Alvarez has 2, Medina the other. 8-6 blast. Good knockaway there, Negretti.
Yeah, very timely knockaway by Negretti too.
Millwood on to cause commotion, but Monterrey winds up with it and counters. Negretti for Medina. Deflected to Sagu.
It closed down very quickly by that Baltimore defense. Looked like something was created there for Medina. Looked as if he was going to have an opportunity to have a shot off, and then the 3 Baltimore defenders just completely blocked every route he had.
Now Aristodemo in front for Celenza. Celenza goes tumbling. The ball cleared away to Medina. It's 2-on-4 though. Medina right to Sagu. Now Monterrey hasn't scored since the first quarter. Sagu has been very solid since then. Maybe a little bit of press coming here for Monterrey.
Yeah, you would think.
And Watson sends it into the attack zone. That went dangerously across. Lookingland sends it back in, but Henoni Martinez. The trap and the outlet. Dolevsky 2-on-2 with Alvarez, but Carlos Garcia, a good defensive play.
Dolevsky has not looked as sharp, Al, tonight as we saw him earlier.
Alvarez, great save by Sagu, and score! It went in, Carlos Fajardo. We're tied once again.
Terrific left foot strike. Absolutely terrific left foot strike. Right into the upper part of Sagu's goal. Not much he could do about it. Probably saw it a little bit late, and we are tied again.
Alvarez the assist. 8-8 ball game, and Alvarez now with 5 points tonight, leads all scorers as we're tied once again. Let's go down to the sidelines for an injury update with our sideline reporter, Sal Rosavilla. Sal.
Byron Alvarez, when he came off the field, said he took an elbow to the chin, to the jaw, rung his bell a little bit, but as you can see with that assist there, he'll be back on the field, and he is, and ready to go. Back to you.
Thank you, Sal. 8-8 ball game. Byron Alvarez. Campos with a head on it. Cabral, steal and held up by Byron Alvarez. Are they going to call? No, a foul on Baltimore. That's on Cabral, his first. We'll check it. They're going to give it to Aristodemo, his second. I was right the first time. Cabral, guilty of the foul. Alvarez a whiff. Lucio Gonzaga. 8-8 ball game. Millwood for Wakefield. Tried to send it in. Deflected away. Now Lookingland for Millwood. Past him. Bonte grabs it. As Millwood goes flying into the boards. This one getting more and more physical here as we continue on tonight in the championship. Quiros lost the ball. Salenza working hard for it. Now Medina. Monterrey back to Martinez. Monterrey resets in a tie game. 8:40 to go, third quarter. Aristodemo, the nifty header to Sagu.
Thank you to Time Warner Cable, the official sponsor of tonight's 2008 Major Indoor Soccer League Championship Series final.
Basco. Perhaps a lock of hair on it to try and find Millwood. Deflected away, Medina to midfield. Nelson. Deflected it away, and now Lookingland to Sagu. Garcia makes a run. Against Pontieri, now Lookingland. And Watson collects for the blast. Basco. Garcia open, score! Carlos Garcia, his second goal tonight. 10-8 Baltimore.
Oh, it's a well-taken goal, a lovely little move. It just hit it to the left of Mr. Bonte, and it's a 10-8 lead for the Blast. Beautiful goal by Garcia.
And we have an official timeout on the field. Carlos Garcia, his second goal tonight. Baltimore with a 10-8 lead. We'll take a break, come back with more. Baltimore by 2 in the 2008 MISL Championship. You're watching it on Fox Soccer Channel.
For today's the Fisher family enjoying right down close on the grass.
If working out at home isn't exactly working out, come in for a workout at Bally. Get started the right way with a Bally Best Start Plan. Start now for just $19 down and only $19 a month. You'll get 2 free sessions with a Bally personal trainer. They customize a plan around your goals. Then follow up to keep you focused. Call 1-800-WORKOUT or visit ballyfitness.com and get started right for just $19 down and only $19 a month. New, better, Bally.
Did you know that smiling has been proven to reduce stress? It can also boost your immune system and lower your blood pressure. If that's not enough, smiling releases endorphins, which make you feel better. Well, at Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield, we give you even more reasons to smile. More choices, more experience, and more doctors. So smile. It's good for you. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield. More to feel good about.
Garcia with his second goal of the night has given Baltimore the lead by 2 once again, 10-8. Largest lead for the Blast tonight is 2. Monterrey is led by as many as 4, but with 7:50 to go here in the third quarter, Roger, we've seen about as evenly played of a championship match as you could want.
We really have. The lead has been changing, and it's
Now Cabral, back post, score! Hat trick, Denison Cabral, the blast, up by 4.
Well, it's the Cabral versus Alvarez show, isn't it? A hat trick for Cabral, a hat trick for Alvarez. But another easy goal, and the Monterrey defense came apart a little bit too quickly there. Be very unhappy head coach, but Cabral again, an easy little left foot finish.
Great find by Lucio Gonzaga there. Cabral, the place you're supposed to be in indoor soccer, back post. So many opportunities there for a target or a second forward.
What a celebration, a little bit dangerous, but Mr. Cabral is a happy man.
Let's send it down to the sidelines now. Sal Rosamilia.
Guys, just in the huddle with Coach Kelly, he said he wanted the team was playing better. He wanted them to start attacking with 3 players and getting back posts. And you saw his words were prophetic. Cabral on the back post with a tap-in goal.
12-8 the score. Baltimore up by 4. Prophetic words from the coach there. As P.J. Wakefield sends that one ahead. Bonte makes the catch. This is a crucial point in the game for Monterrey, Roger. Baltimore's got the confidence, a 4-point lead. This is where it could get away from LaRaZa.
Well, they've scored 10 of the last 12 points, Al, and that's a big swing in the momentum of this game. A 12-8 lead and another couple of points for Baltimore, and they're really going to feel they've got that 4th championship in what, 5 years in the bag, or 6 years.
Now Segu with the grab, 6:25 to go in the third, 12-8 blast. As they now have a hat trick tonight from Denison Cabral. He has 6 points, and he leads all scorers. Nelson ahead, Matt Watson, the header. Garcia, out of play. So Monterrey will get a kick in. The 6:01 mark of the third, 12-8. It's Bonte.
Along with local programming on Wisconsin On Demand Channel 1111 and Time Warner Sports Channel 32. Time Warner Cable, proud sponsor of the Major Indoor Soccer League.
Medina, marked by Lookingland. Teran. That one through to Cabral. Now Nelson. Lookingland with 5:20 to go in the third quarter. 12-8 Baltimore. Neto. Cross to Salenza.
Wonderful ball from Neto, that cross ball. Just amazing skill.
Now Nelson to win it again for the blast, but taking it right back to Negretti. But there to once again win it, Salenza for the blast. Tenan will track it down and send it back to Bonte. Montietti. In the box, Garcia able to clear. Pearson Knockaway. Montietti. 4:15 to go, third quarter, 12-8 Baltimore. Dolevsky. Garcia just picked his pocket, but a dangerous back pass. But boy, P.J. Wakefield so steady defensively, able to clear with one touch.
Yeah, but again, Dolevsky knocked off the ball very easily. I don't think it, if he was at 100% fitness, that would have happened. He's really a little sluggish.
Shardo sent it in. Bascom blocked it. Pierce will let it go for Sagu. Baltimore's keeper now with 3:39 to go in the third. Looks downfield. Baltimore ahead by 4. That's their largest lead tonight. Cabral heads it forwards, and down he goes. Foul on Monterrey. Cabral is still down, holding the back of his head.
Monterrey foul, number 2, Carlos Ricardo.
follows on Pichardo. That's his first. And now Randy Toth, the trainer, out to take a look at Dennison, who got cracked on the head there.
Pretty much a 50-50 collision, though. They're both going for the same ball, Al. I thought that he had the right to go for that ball. But, you know, he's going to be above Dennison anyway, because who isn't?
That's an exceptional point, Roger. And
Dennison is 5'7", and 5'4" he's listed as. Wow.
Unlike basketball, they list the actual heights of the players in soccer. Now, if this were basketball, 5'7" would have been at least 5'7".
Yeah,
perhaps
5'4". 5'4" is a relatively little guy, isn't it? And,
there's Dennison. As just a moment ago, you saw Danny Kelly, the head coach for the Baltimore Blast. He's been a part of each Blast championship as a player in 03, 04, and 06. And also as the interim coach in 06, now just a full-time coach. See Sal Rosamilia down there checking with Denny. Said, you okay?
Yeah. 35-year-old Brazilian. He's been terrific in this league. Over 800 points. Not Sal.
I thought that's for sure who you were speaking of. Here's Mike Lookingland. 3:10 to go, third quarter. 12-8 Baltimore. Now Matt Watson. Send that one right to Bonte. Monterrey keeper. His outlet stolen by Wakefield, and Alvarez pushed him from behind. First foul on Byron Alvarez.
LaRaZa to Monterrey foul number 23, Byron Alvarez, his first. Last ball.
Now Baltimore now with this 4-point lead. Even though we still have just under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter, there's plenty of soccer left. But with this 4-point lead, Roger, Baltimore can pretty much now do what they want offensively.
Yes, because they got the skills, they got the players to do it, and I think you can see a little bit of frustration creeping into Monterrey's game now. They're getting a little bit chippier, a little bit angrier tackles, and a little frustrated.
Let's get an update now with Sal Rosamilia, who's just talking to Denny Cabral. Sal, what do you have for us?
Guys just spoke with Dennison Cabral. He said he felt like he got a free chiropractic adjustment there. He was speaking with the trainer. He has no headache, no dizziness, and he'll be back on his next shift.
All right, so Dennison Cabral will be back. That's good news, as he already has a hat trick tonight and one of the most exciting players to watch in this game. He can do so much with his feet and the bench shots. A couple of minutes left in the third quarter now. Blast up 12-8. The 2008 MISL Championship. It's Martinez with a knockaway. Medina in front. McGrady couldn't get there. Neto for the blast. Steal. Medina. Cleared away by Basco and Pontieri, a chest trap. Gets open, three-pointer, diving stop, Sagu, cleared Pierce.
90 seconds left in the quarter.
Good shot by Pontieri, and Sagu had to be very alert to get down to that one. 3 points would be very nice right now for LaRaZa.
Martinez. Pontieri. 1:08 to go in the third. 12-8 Blast. Monterrey did have a 6-2 lead at the end of the first quarter, but since then it's been all Baltimore, as that one is shot up and out by Pontieri. Sagu will throw this one in with 1:02 to go in the third. Lookingland with a piece. He collides with Alvarez, both players down. Meanwhile, Monterrey controls. Bonte pressured. Wakefield stolen.
45 seconds.
Up and out. Hard shot there by Scott Butte. His first shift of the night, gets his first touch. And now with 42 seconds to go in the third quarter, Bonte will have a throw in. You know, Roger, Monterrey loves to run the wide open style when they can. We've seen a little bit more of that here in the last few minutes, but you feel like LaRaZa definitely needs the next goal to get in this one. If Baltimore scores it, it'll be a high mountain to climb.
They really do, but somehow you don't feel they got the horses to do it. They've had to rely too much on Medina, on Martinez doing things from the back, and Delevsky has not really been a factor. Byron Alvarez, who's got 3 great goals, has not seen so much of the ball. He just can't see that there's going to be a way back in for this for Monterrey, but love to see it.
Matt Watson, 23 seconds to go in the quarter. Cabral for his 4th goal, just missed. Aristodemo. That's blocked.
15 seconds.
Hoppy with a nifty little bike flick there. Grabbed by Bonte. Delevsky for Alvarez. Broke it up. Loose ball. And down in the neutral zone goes Taran. Aristodemo guilty of the foul.
Last foul, number 20, Robbie Aristodemo, his second of the half.
That's his second.
Monterrey ball with
6 seconds to go in the quarter. 12-8 Baltimore. And even though this is going to come from the neutral zone, Hanoni Martinez always dangerous.
Gino Delevsky not too far away.
Martinez tries to bend it on target, did, but Sagu with the save.
He bent it, didn't he?
3rd quarter in the books. 15 more minutes of indoor soccer to go in the MISL in 2008. At the conclusion, pending a tie, we will have a champion. We'll take a timeout here on Fox Soccer Channel. Baltimore, who has scored 10 of the last 12 points in this game, will take a 12-8 lead into the final 15 minutes. Stick around. We'll be back after this.
Did you know that smiling has been proven to reduce stress? It can also boost your immune system and lower your blood pressure. If that's not enough, smiling releases endorphins, which make you feel better. Well, at Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield, we give you even more reasons to smile. More choices, more experience, and more doctors. So smile. It's good for you. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield. More to feel good about.
You're watching Fox Soccer Channel Primetime, brought to you by Jose Cuervo Tradicional. 100% agave. Jose Cuervo invites you to enjoy tonight's primetime lineup on FSC.
Get in the game with MLS Saturday on FSC. The Super Classico returns. Beckham leads the Galaxy against Filino and Chivas USA. Tonight, only on FSC. Live Sunday, the Barclays Premier League Game of the Week. Everton, Aston Villa. The race to clinch a place in Europe for next season heats up.
Here we go!
It's now or never, as both clubs make their final assault for the last UEFA Cup spot. Sunday, Everton, Aston Villa on FSC.
Live Wednesday, it's the second leg of the CONCACAF Champions Cup final on FSC. Pachuca fights for back-to-back titles. Saprissa looks to make it their 4th, but only one will be crowned champion and earn the right to play in the FIFA Club World Cup. Live Wednesday, Pachuca, Saprissa on FSC. It's one of the greatest rivalries in all of sports. Boca Juniors, River Plate, the Super Clásico on FSC.
12-8, Baltimore leads LaRaZa here in the MISL Championship. 15 more minutes to go, and now Sal Rosamilia has one of our all-time favorite survivors with them here tonight. Sal.
Many people know my guest Ethan Zahn as Survivor Africa winner, but he's also involved with a great organization, Grassroots Soccer. Ethan, can you tell us a little bit about what your organization's trying to do?
Sure. Grassroots Soccer uses the power of soccer in the fight against AIDS in Africa. And this summer, I'm dribbling a soccer ball from Boston, the United States, to raise awareness about HIV/AIDS in Africa. And I encourage everyone out there to get involved. Visit the website, grassrootssoccerunited.org.
Well, thanks. Enjoy the 4th quarter. It's been a great game. Back to you guys.
All right, Sal. Maybe we'll see Sal on an episode of Survivor. But really, some great work done by Ethan Zahn with his charity. Of course, he's done well in these Survivor reality shows, so he's won some money, but he's elected to put that towards a charitable cause. That's great. I had a chance to visit with Ethan a little bit before the game today, and really, he's a good guy, too. And he used to play soccer. He had a little contest here at the end of the third quarter, and he was in training with the Harrisburg Heat about 10 years ago as a keeper.
I think he made a good career decision taking the Survivor route, but meanwhile, our own former Survivor.
Wakefield, a great shot, but Bonte with a tremendous save, low to his right. For a tall keeper, Roger, that's not easy.
No, he gets down very quickly. We talked about that a week ago. Very quick to get down to the ball, and that's tough. 6'3" isn't necessarily a huge advantage for a goalkeeper because you don't necessarily have that ability to scoop him up and get down to the low balls.
Ryan Pierce battling with Negretti. Negretti wins it for Monterrey in a 12-8 game. Baltimore in the lead. Nearly a minute gone in the final quarter of regulation. Salenza able to clear. Martinez will bring it in. Negretti with Pierce. Ooh, tough play there. Negretti now. Martinez. Block. Segu says, let me go up and punch this one out. Look like a volleyball player going up for a block.
Exactly my thought, yes. But what does Monterrey do here now, Al? Are they going to, throw caution to the winds and really push forward? They haven't tended to get 5 or 4 guys forward on an attacking movement. They've usually held people back, but maybe they've got to try to attack in numbers now, but then you get exposed.
Like possibly here. Gonzaga leaves it in the middle, kicked away, right back to Gonzaga. Sends it wide. But Roger, getting back to your point, if not now, when?
Yeah.
It's the championship of the fourth quarter. You're down by 2 goals. 2 minutes gone in the fourth quarter. This is our final broadcast of the season on Fox Soccer Channel. I'd like to thank some of our sponsors, Bank of America, who provides the affinity card in the MISL. Also Puma, who sponsors the soccer ball with the dimples in them. We're using the Puma ball here today. They're uniform supplier for 3 of the teams. And also sponsor the scoring championship won by Greg Howes this year of the Milwaukee Wave, as that one is played out. And it'll be a Monterrey kick. And Monterrey with more pressure now, Roger, but haven't really been able to get a superlative chance against Segu. Some decent chances, but nothing that's been a really outstanding chance
No, Baltimore seems able to soak it up so far.
Wakefield with a nifty header. Baltimore so good defensively. You can talk about their offensive weapons, but defensively, they're all solid.
Yes, they are. They are. Got 5 or 6 guys back there that you can rely on when it's their turn to take a shift, that they're not going to let anybody down.
Paradis got it away. Wakefield, though, back to Segu. Baltimore trying to win their 4th championship in 6 seasons. Every time they've reached the championship game, they've won. Look at Neto. Monterrey able to win the ball. Marco Vega Cordia. Now Medina. Marked by Garcia. Pierce wins it for the Blast. Salenza. The Blast will take their time. 11:25 to go in regulation. 12-8 Baltimore.
Well, 4 points is not a big lead in indoor soccer, but you begin to feel Baltimore getting more comfortable as every minute goes by here. A little more desperation now from Monterrey.
LaRaZa tries to open it up. Birschi on the attack, but again, that Blast defense hard to get through. There's an error. Birschi. Negretti. Birschi for 3. Segu, a diving save. Loose ball. Cleared away by Pierce.
Big left foot shot from Birschi and an equally big save from Segu.
Monterrey now coming hard. Birschi. Campos, we've got a whistle. Handball called by Tim Tima in the box on Monterrey. I believe that was called on Negretti. That's his first. 10:35 to play in regulation. 12-8 Baltimore. The lob for Matt Watson. Left it for Salenza. Salenza with Watson. Martinez to break it up. Quiros the slide. This one to Garcia. A chance. Great block by Henoni Martinez. Who says he can't play defense?
Don't think I did. 66 led the league in blocks. I think it must have been you that said that, Al. Led the lead in blocks and 96 points at the other end. That's a terrific all-around performance. And of course, he's Defender of the Year for the MISL.
Yeah, we've got a whistle and a foul on Dolevsky back at midfield. Matt Watson there, slow to get up. This one is not lacking any physical play, to say the least. They're going to give the foul to Campos instead of Dolevsky. Garcia. And Bonte to pick it up. 12-8 Baltimore, less than 10 minutes to play. Wakefield, a solid defensive play. Now he has a counterattack. Centering ball, cleared.
Well, Wakefield named to the All-Star team too this week, Al. A very, very solid defender year in, year out. Dealt with that Monterrey attack very, very easily.
Yeah, Rookie of the Year in 2002, 2003. He's been one of those guys that just never seems to have an off game. Here's Neto. Knocked away. Medina. Put in control. Cabral will send it back to Sagu. 9 minutes to play. 12-8 Baltimore in the MISL championship game. Pierce. Intercepted. Santabanez. Now Medina. Pierce to try and head it out of trouble. Campos with it from Santabanez. Tenan. Nelson knocked it away. Cabral clears. All 5 Blast players now behind the ball. The 2-goal advantage, Roger, and 8:25 to go. They're not going to give up anything cheap.
No.
Santabanez. For Medina. In front, Alvarez. Not enough on it. Sagu able to gobble it up. Well, after the first quarter, a quarter when Monterrey led it 6-2, the Blast have controlled this tempo, and as a result, controlled the game and now lead it by 4.
Yeah, just a very meager haul of 2 points since that time for LaRaZa. That's a long time to go in indoor soccer without adding to your total, just adding 2 points.
Millwood pressures Martinez to knock it away, but Tenan gets it, and now Martinez a little space against Aristodemo, used his off foot. Aristodemo blocks it up and out. It'll be a Monterrey kick in when we come back. There's an official timeout on the field with 7 minutes and 39 seconds remaining in regulation. Baltimore leading Monterrey LaRaZa 12-8. Danny Kelly in search of his team's 4th championship in 6 seasons. Will they get it? We'll find out when we come back. Stay here.
There's strong, and then there's Army Strong. See what it's like at GoArmy.com.
Today, the formula for the best margarita.
Plus 9. All right. Plus salt. Does it come from the ocean? We don't know. Plus refreshing back there. And then you have a nice Excuse me, sir.
Isn't it the tequila that makes a great margarita? May I? I always start with Jose Cuervo.
These Cuervo margaritas are genius! It's simple. The best tasting margaritas are always made with Jose Cuervo.
Baltimore 12, Monterrey 8, the MISL championship game here on Fox Soccer Channel. Sagu there between the pipes. Boy, he's been solid for Baltimore. He's the first team all-league goalkeeper, and we've seen why tonight.
Yeah.
There's Bonte. He hasn't been bad himself, Roger.
No, he's been solid keeper, but you just didn't feel that Monterrey, other than Byron Alvarez, had very much cutting edge tonight. We haven't seen that much from Dolevsky. Martinez hasn't got off too many shots for the points that he's accumulated during the course of the season. And other than Byron Alvarez, hasn't really been that cutting edge.
Now Baltimore a chance. Bascom as we take a look at the shots on goal. Very even. And the blocks, once again, even. Close to it is just wide with the shot is Matt Watson. Campos a clear right to Alvarez. Monterrey down by 4 trying to attack. Look at Denny Cabral with the slide tackle there. Campos. Now Dolevsky. With 7 minutes to go in regulation, this is Alvarez. Anoni Martinez. Alvarez. Quiros couldn't get it through Garcia. Let's send it down now to Sal Rosamilia, who got the speech from Danny Kelly during that timeout. Sal.
Now Coach Kelly was telling his team to find their men early. He thought they were slacking off a little bit too much defensive marking. He also said defend first and foremost. That's what he wanted to happen. And he said specifically, don't get involved with any stuff off the ball. He doesn't want a blue card or a restart to get Monterrey back into the game here. It seems like the feeling is 12 points may be enough at this point.
Does Baltimore have indeed enough? Whistle, card, 2 minutes on Monterrey. With 6:16 to go, Victor Santabanez will be headed off for tripping. Just the 3rd overall penalty tonight, the 2nd against Monterrey. And with Baltimore ahead 12-8 and 6:16 to go, not a good time for a penalty.
Not a good time for a penalty, no. Make Eric Geyer absolutely infuriated. You got to keep your discipline. It's 4 points, they're not out of it. But another couple here on this power play, and you gave us the numbers earlier on Baltimore's effectiveness on power plays. Another couple of points here, and we could be in a little trouble for Monterrey.
Cabral had it poked away by Teran. Down he goes, and a foul on Robbie Aristodemo, who's in disagreement. Robbie picks up his 3rd personal foul this half. If he picks up 4, that would be an automatic blue card. Santabanez tonight, Roger, playing in just his 2nd game of the playoffs. Neil Gilbert's out tonight. We haven't seen him at all, and that's why Santabanez gets in. And he's in the box right now. 1:48 left on the Baltimore power play. 6 minutes to go in regulation. 12-8 Baltimore in the championship. And the Baltimore Blast trying to stake a claim to a dynasty this decade. It would be their 4th championship in 6 seasons. But still, plenty of time to go. Neto in front. Teran will just clear. Baltimore says that's fine. It'll take more time off the clock. 1:22 to go in the power play. 5:35 in regulation. Wakefield to Neto. Poke away Martinez. Look at Robbie Aristodemo. He'll leave skin on the carpet. Bonte. Marco Vega Cordia. Teran with a great turn. But Millwood over there to cut him off. Teran still with an opportunity. But Millwood, some good play defensively.
Unbelievably quick, how quickly he was shut down by Millwood and his group. Just looking land, and they just converged on Teran. Absolutely no chance. Looked like he had a good opportunity.
That's a forward, but in the championship, especially with just minutes remaining, forwards become defenders when you have the lead. Aristodemo, 25 seconds to go in the power play. Cabral, Bonte, another save. 4:36 in regulation. 18 on the power play. Neto to Wakefield. Bonte with another save. Didn't see it till the last moment. Loose ball on the boards. Teran will take it. Cabral wanted a foul, but no dice. 2-on-2. Short-handed.
Penalty has expired. Both teams return.
Now you see Millwood's closing speed on the replay. Penalty is over, but now just 4:08 remains in the contest. Monterrey needs 2 goals. Martinez, a rare miscue. Millwood to take advantage. Martinez gets it right back. Pontieri, 3-on-2, LaRaZa. Teran, great defensive play. Carlos Garcia.
Tremendous block. Tremendous block. Monterrey so close to cutting that gap to 2 points. Right on the line, just alongside Segu, and helped his goalkeeper out.
They passed around the ballots for the MVP of this one, Roger. Tempted to write Baltimore defense down. As a unit, they've been so good.
Been very, very strong.
Montieri. Deflected by Wakefield. 3:20 to go. Salenza for Garcia, too far. Bonte. The chip to midfield. Salenza the steal. Garcia again. Salenza. Great save.
Great save.
Bonte again. Now Garcia. No reason to force the attack. The 4-point lead. 2:58 to go in regulation. The countdown has begun in Baltimore. Great save, Bonte. Oh, as he looked unbelievable on a couple of stops these last 3 minutes. But for Monterrey, they need to score. 2:35 to go in the MISL championship. Last lead it by 4. Bonte. Steal. Neto. Great hand save by Bonte. I'm running out of adjectives to describe the saves, Roger.
Yeah, it's just done a terrific job. He's such a big man and such a big wingspan.
Gonzaga lost the ball. Monterrey finally gets possession. Dangerous back pass. Neto a steal. Score! The dagger for the blast with 2:03 to go. Comes from Gonzaga. 14-8. Baltimore.
Well, the Monterrey defense finally crumbles. Eric Gaia looks to the clock. He might be looking to the gods because he knows now it's done. 14-8 with just 2 minutes left. 2 minutes, 3 seconds left. It's very, very late. Baltimore now well on top, and we're going to see Mr. Bonte, I think, exchange for a 6th attack.
Now Quiros with a mistake on the back pass. Neto capitalizes. When you give Neto the ball 2-0 in the box, forget it. Somebody will score on his team. The recipient was Gonzaga with his 5th goal of the playoffs, and now a 14-8 Baltimore lead. Eric Geiger's called timeout with 2:03 to go. Monterrey will go with the 6th attacker. And now a minor miracle is needed.
They look drained. Martinez looks drained, Al. He's out there so many minutes. I don't know how many breaks he's taken during this 60 minutes, but he looks absolutely drained.
Now, and for Monterrey, their fairy tale run really in the postseason, as some would describe. Others would say, well, they closed out the second half of the season so strong. This isn't a fairy tale, but what was expected of their fans. But for Monterrey, they're faced with quite an uphill battle now. They led it 6-2 after the first quarter. But Baltimore, since then, has outscored them 12-2.
Baltimore gradually put their foot on the accelerator and took control of this game. And the outcome has never really been in doubt, except that when Monterrey managed to get it back to 8-8. Since then, it's been steady domination by Baltimore.
Victor Quiros is the 6th attacker for Monterrey. 1:50 to go. Birsche will send it in. Nelson blocks it away. Dolevsky. Quiros. Baltimore a chance for more, but Wakefield sends it away. 1:30 to go in regulation of the 2008 MISL Championship. Baltimore in the lead, 14-8. Quiros. And Baltimore with that high pressure. 1:08 to go. Monterrey has trouble getting the ball inside the attack zone. This blast defense tonight has been incredible. Dolevsky in front. Cleared away. Aristodemo, a little flick to the attack zone, as now the Baltimore fans that are here in Milwaukee come to their feet in celebration. 48 seconds to go. 14-8 blast. Martinez A knock away. Beershey. Tackled by Wakefield.
30 seconds, 30 seconds.
Alquinos runs it down. The sixth attacker against Wakefield. 25 seconds left. Pressured by Lookingland. Vega Cordia. 18 seconds before the celebration in Baltimore can begin.
15 seconds.
Now 15. Martinez. Deflected out. Monterrey will get a restart, but only 10 seconds remain.
9 remaining.
This will be nothing unfamiliar to the Baltimore faithful and their team, who will celebrate for the 4th time in 6 years in moments. Here she score, a three-pointer. Jose Luis Beershey with a three-pointer with 6 seconds to go. But Roger, for LaRaZa, as pretty as that was, as the saying goes, too little, too late.
Absolutely. It would take something rather remarkable now. I just don't see it on the cards. You don't either. But happy for Mr. Martinez to crack that one.
And now Aristidevo down, and 2 minutes will be assessed to Martinez as Monterrey trying an all-out attack to get the ball. Nelson with words for Martinez. And Oni Martinez to the penalty box. And now we've got a bit of a scuffle here with 4 seconds remaining in regulation. Tim Tima in there immediately with Kia DePagna and the other 2 officials from the penalty box. So 14-11, 4 seconds to go in regulation. The blast will go on the power play, and it's all a formality now. PJ Wakefield will trigger, and then the celebration can begin. Lookingland, 2 seconds, 1. That's it. Game over. Season over. For the 4th time in 6 seasons, the Baltimore Blast are on top of the MISL.
And fans, please remain in your seats following the game here. We are just minutes away from the 2008 MISL Championship Series MVP Player Award and the 2008 MISL Championship Trophy presentation. They're just minutes away.
So the team that halfway through the season wasn't in the playoff position wins the championship.
The Baltimore Blast, after a valiant postseason run by Monterrey, sends them home without the trophy. The Blast will take it home for the 4th time in 6 years. The Blast win the MISL Championship here tonight in Milwaukee by a final score of 14-11. And the Blast, now the names that score the goals tonight, they're the ones that have always been there. Cabral, Garcia had a couple. Salenta.
It wasn't an inspired performance, it was just a relentless performance, Al. They just kept coming at him. Their defense, as you pointed out, was so solid. It was rock solid, and there was just no cutting edge to find a way through other than Byron Alvarez's real moments of brilliance. Just a terrifically workmanlike performance.
Let's send it down to the field now. Sal Rosamilia with a big player in tonight's win for Baltimore. Sal.
Here with Denison Cabral, hat trick today, Denison. But I think the most important goal of the match was your first one to tie it at 2-2, and maybe a bit of a tactical error on Monterrey's side with a 2-man wall. What do you think?
Well, I was very fortunate to be in the right time, and then just took a free kick, and the wall just gave me an opportunity to put it in. And but I guess the main thing here, we want a championship as a team. Nobody deserves, one trophy here. We all deserve
for the credit. Everybody did a great job. Congratulations to our fans that came here to Milwaukee. Thank you, everybody.
And Dennison, you've been a part of all of the Blast 4 championships. How do you rank this one?
It's always a special when you win. For myself, individually, came back from 2 ACL surgeries. My goal was to keep playing soccer, and now what a great, gift to come back and play another finals and also win a championship with the Blast.
What did Coach Kelly tell you guys? I know in speaking to him at the end of the first half, he wasn't happy with the way you guys played. What did he do at halftime to change it? Because you really came out great in the second half.
Well, we didn't have a good first half, and then we finished the first half 6-6, and we gave up some goals. I gave up the power play. Our defense came big, but the main thing was we didn't have a good first half. We went back to basics. We went back to our game on the second half. We played a tremendous defense, and this is it. Pays off.
Dennison, I'm going to let you go celebrate with the boys. Congratulations on a great season, a great championship game. All the best.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Guys.
So, Roger, Dennison Cabral with a hat trick tonight to lead the Baltimore Blast to a 14-11 championship victory over Monterrey. And Dennison thanked the fans who have been very supportive. A number of them came up to watch this championship match here in Milwaukee, and the Baltimore Blast, well, 4 championships in 6 years. It's hard not to say a dynasty of some sorts forming.
You just love that word, I know that, but it's just been it's been a dynasty really for 28 years. I mean, they've carried the flag for indoor soccer in America for 28 years. Just a tremendous franchise from the early days of Kenny Cooper right up to today with Danny Kelly and Ed Hale owning this team now, and they're just taking them to new heights.
We'll take a break. Stay tuned. The championship trophy presentation will happen live here on Fox Soccer Channel. The Baltimore Blast, 14-11 winners over Monterrey. They're the champions of the 2008 MISL.
Draw, please.
You wouldn't expect your bank teller to take back some of your money when you make a withdrawal. So why do you let the ATM take it when you need some cash? Open a checking account today at First Mariner Bank, and you'll never have to pay to use the ATM. For no-fee access at more than 10,000 ATMs nationwide, look for the MoneyPass logo.
It's your money. You shouldn't have to pay a fee to get it. Switch to First Mariner Bank. We built this bank for you.
Could you turn that TV down, please?
Do you sometimes disturb others when you watch TV?
Oh, just a minute. Does that have to be so loud?
Tired of people asking you to turn the volume down? Now there's Listen Up, the personal sound amplifier that lets you turn the volume up for yourself without turning the volume up for everyone else. It turns ordinary hearing into extraordinary hearing. Look, it's smaller than a credit card, yet so powerful, you can hear a pin drop from across the room or listen in on a conversation from across the street.
Have you met the new neighbors? I haven't. I met him. He seems nice.
Just insert the earphones and adjust the volume. It's that easy. Now you can enjoy TV programs even late at night or listen to your favorite music without disturbing anyone. Ever wonder what people are talking about across the room? Now with Listen Up, you can discreetly listen in.
He's in good shape, doesn't he? He's pretty cute.
Use Listen Up at sporting events and you'll hear all the action.
Ready?
Or listen in on the quiet sounds of nature. With this handy device, you'll never miss another word at lectures, movies, shows, or even church. And it's a great way to keep an ear on the children when they're out of range.
Hey, wait for me!
Ideal for the outdoorsman, too, because it lets you hear the wildlife before it hears you. Other sound amplifiers sell for up to $100. But call now and you can get Listen Up for only $14.99. With Listen Up, you can enjoy TV programs or listen to your favorite music without disturbing anyone. That's right, you get the Listen Up personal sound amplifier for the incredible price of just $14.99. This offer is not available in stores, so call now.
To order Listen Up, have your credit card ready and call 1-800-826-1684. That's 1-800-826-1684. Other sound amplifiers sell for up to $100. But if you call now, you'll get Listen Up for the incredible price of only $14.99. This offer is not available in any store. So call 1-800-826-1684. Call now.
Back here at U.S. Cellular Arena in Milwaukee as we take a look at the 2008 MISL champion Baltimore Blast, getting some team pictures now and wearing their MISL champion hats. And now they've won the MISL championship for 4 of the last 6 seasons. And what an effort here tonight against a Monterrey team that provided them with a pretty good game. Definitely not an easy one. Let's go down to the field now. Sal Rosamilia with more from the championship side.
Thanks, Al. I'm here with PJ Wakefield and his 19-month-old son, Mason. This is PJ's 4th championship as well. First as captain, where do you rank this one?
Oh, they all rank up there high, and everyone's special because, you know, you're different guys, and everything means different, every one of them.
As captain of the team today, it was 6-6 at halftime. Did you go into the locker room at halftime and say anything special to the boys?
Well, we knew we didn't play that good of a half. They took it to us the first 30 minutes, and we knew that they gave us all they had, and we were yet to play our best. And we knew we just had to come out, play the same way we played all year, playing defense, and that would take care of things on the offensive end.
The defense, I mean, there's certainly many talented players offensively for your side, and Cabral had a great match tonight. But the defense has really been the mainstay of the Baltimore Blast throughout their championship run. What is it about your structure, about your system that's so successful?
Well, we based it all on defense this year, saying, you know, get 5 guys behind the ball, and that's what we did a lot. Trying to keep teams to limit them to 4 goals a game, and you know, to keep teams off with just 8 points. We know we have an explosive offense. It's going to get goals, and we're going to win the game that way.
All right, well, PJ, as captain, I'm sure you want to get your hands on that trophy. Congratulations on a great game and a great season.
Thank you very much.
Al?
And now let's send it down to the field for the presentation of the 2008 MISL Championship Trophy to the Baltimore Blast.
At this time, we would like to introduce the commissioner of the Major Indoor Soccer League, Mr. Steve Ryan.
I'd like to thank the city of Milwaukee and the great fans of the Milwaukee Wave. I, like you, want to join graduate LaRaZa from Monterrey, Mexico, and our international broadcast for their valiant effort here this evening. A game like this has great athletes, and each year we award the most valuable player. And this year I am pleased to announce the most valuable player for the Baltimore Blast, who scores 3 goals, is Denison Cabral. Denison. Congratulations, richly deserved. We started our season in October. Our first nationally televised game came from Baltimore, and it featured Baltimore against LaRaZa. And over the last 6 years, the great city of Baltimore and the Baltimore Blast have had a habit of winning the MISL championship. We've got great fans in Baltimore, but we have great leadership, and it is my honor to present the 2008 MISL Championship Trophy to the investor operator, Ed Hale. Ed?
Come on up, boys.
This is the dressing room. We're staying right here.
While everybody's hollering, I'd like to thank Milwaukee and the LaRaZa. Milwaukee for hosting us and LaRaZa for having a great team their first year. Looking forward to coming back here and playing you guys in Milwaukee next year. Thanks a lot, Milwaukee. But more than that, thank you, Baltimore.
All righty. Well, thank you for coming, Wave fans. My name is Man McNeil. On behalf of the Milwaukee Wave, the entire staff here at the U.S. Cellular Arena,
Chip, their 4th title in 6 years, but as you can tell by the celebration, it's one that they're relishing, and don't take it as, well, hey, we've done this before, it's nothing new. Every year is something new.
Absolutely. There are tears of happiness, tears of joy, people on cell phones talking to home. It's just a great experience. These guys remember this for the rest of their lives. And meanwhile, there's disappointment in Detroit and Chicago and Milwaukee, and there's always another year, Al.
There sure is. We'll take a break here on our post-game wrap-up show of the 2008 MISL Championship, the Baltimore Blast, the champions of the MISL once again. Since we've been talking about Baltimore, but what an impressive close to the season, and what an impressive postseason that side has had.
Absolutely, and it's tremendous the excitement that's been generated, not just in Monterrey or the province they're in, but Nuevo Leon, as you know, but in Mexico as a whole. The interest in this team has just become national, so, which is astonishing. It's terrific for the league, and it's terrific for Monterrey. And Eric Geyer did a remarkable job. I mean, he had very few experienced players, but they were key core players. He drafted so well, and getting Martinez and Delevsky and the experience of Neil Gilbert, and then finding players like Medina in open tryouts. He gradually built this squad, and then he taught the guys who hadn't played indoors, and outdoor soccer is a totally different game now. But he taught them, and he blended them together, and they became a very effective unit.
Well, it wasn't just the Baltimore Blast that'll be taking hardware home tonight back to Maryland, but several other players this week collected awards for their fine individual performances this season, and there was, of course, first team and second team All-League MISL. And let's show you some of the individual awards. Hanoni Martinez, he was the Defender of the Year in the Major Indoor Soccer League, and we saw tonight he made some outstanding defensive plays. Everybody knows about how he can attack, but the way Hanoni Martinez can also play defense, I think, is underrated often.
Yes, he's an extraordinary player. Led the league in blocks, just an extraordinary player. And then the goalkeeper we saw tonight, Sagu, just so competent, so composed, just makes that goal area look small. Perfect timing, perfect anticipation, great distribution, just a very solid keeper.
Sagu, the goalkeeper of the year in the Major Indoor Soccer League, also obviously first team All-MISL at the goalkeeper position. Congratulations to Martinez. Congratulations to Sagu, who also takes home the most important trophy of all tonight, the 2008 MISL Championship Trophy. And once again, Keith Tozer from the Milwaukee Wave, the 2008 MISL Coach of the Year. And Keith Tozer, in many ways, has revolutionized this game with the system he's come up with, a system that the MISL MVP and 2008 Puma scoring champion Greg Howes has really used to his benefit. But hey, let's be honest, Greg Howes would fit in anybody's system.
He fit in my team. Keith Tozer, 6 times Coach of the Year, and just a tremendous contribution over the years to the sport.
So Greg Howes, the MVP, and also the Puma scoring champion. You see there, Rookie of the Year, Federico Mugin from New Jersey with 22 goals this year. Really a nice-looking young player. We look forward to seeing him for years to come in the Major Indoor Soccer League. He's a good one for New Jersey.
Yep, target player, and got 20-odd points, or 20-odd goals, and got a lot of potential.
First team All-MISL now. Here they are for the Major Indoor Soccer League, and names that are not unfamiliar to anyone. Hanoni Martinez, once again a first teamer. We talked about Sagu and Howes, but how about Drew Callahan? He made the second team when he was with the Detroit Rockers several years ago, but Roger, you and I got to see him play a lot this year with our TV package with Comcast in Michigan, and boy, Drew Callahan, outstanding two-way player. And then Dino Delevsky, he's back on the first team again. And Dan Antoniuk, a rookie to the first team, and what a season he had for New Jersey.
Yes, he did indeed. He did indeed. But Drew, very pleased for him. He had, 4 years out of the game, and done so wonderfully well as both as a defender and goal scorer.
And now presentations of individual awards here tonight. Sagu will accept his award for being the goalkeeper of the year, and he's also with Sal Rosamilia, who will have a chance to talk with the not only goalkeeper of the year, but the MISL goalkeeper champion as well. Sal?
Thanks, guys. Here with goalkeeper Sagu, one of the stars of tonight's game. I thought a key to the match was early in the second quarter when you guys were down 6-2 at the time. You made a couple of huge saves. I think going down by 6 points at that point would have been difficult for you guys.
Yeah, this is very, very hard game, you know, especially like the final. We like 6-4. I tied the game 6-6. After that, Baltimore starts to play much better, you know. But this is the final, you know. Sometimes you go up, you go down. Yeah, I have to do my job inside the field, you know, make more saves than I can. He helped my team be champion.
And some tremendous saves today. This is the most I've ever seen you have to fly around. I mean, there were balls in the upper 90s all over the place, and you were flicking them all over. You must have felt pretty good tonight.
Oh, yeah, thank you very much. I just tried to do my job, you know. Today, especially today, you know, a lot of emotion, you know, for play the championship game. 2 years ago, I have opportunity for play the championship, but I stretch my calf. I stay out the game. I'm so frustrated. This year, I have opportunity for play the beginning for the finish. You know, I'm very happy for helping my team and be champion one more time for Baltimore Blast.
All right. Well, congratulations, Sagu. It was a tremendous game. You guys deserve the championship.
Thank you very much, you guys. Thank you, everybody coming here support the Baltimore too.
Al, back to you.
All right, Sal. So Sagu with an outstanding season for Baltimore. He came into the MISL with the Dallas Sidekicks. He was down there for a number of years. Of course, Dallas had played in some other indoor leagues, and then the Dallas Sidekicks folded, and he winds up in Baltimore in the Blast. You know, Roger, you look at this Blast roster, they've done an excellent job at getting some of these guys off teams that went away. David Bascom from the Harrisburg Heat, he was a core player for a while, still a member of this team. Sagu from the Dallas Sidekicks, of course, the biggest prize of all, Adato Neto in Cleveland went away. Robbie Aristodemo also came from Cleveland. You know, Baltimore's done a fine job picking up those extra players when the MISL drops teams, and they get some of the most talented. Now the MISL all-rookie team this year, and some players that we're looking forward to watching in the years to come. And no, that's not P.J. Wakefield there, but he looks like he's got some of P.J.'s skills. Here they are. Jose Bonte, speaking of rookies, he was the goalkeeper. We saw him tonight. Really an outstanding guy between the pipes and just a rookie to the MISL. When this guy gets a few more years' experience, he's going to be very dangerous. Yeah. Jonathan Santos from Milwaukee and J.P. Rodriguez in the back from Orlando. Rodriguez, an excellent two-way player. We saw Ivan Medina. Roger, you talked about him. Eric Geyer finding him at open tryouts. Warren Oka from Milwaukee, and then the Rookie of the Year, Federico Mugin from New Jersey. But there's a lot of talent there that's still developing.
Yeah, there is indeed. Some of them are not rookies in the sense that you would think, because Medina's, I think, about 26, 27 years old, and Bonte is a little older, played outdoors. He's 25, played in Argentina. But they're rookies to the indoor game, and it is a different game. You can't just take outdoor skills and translate them to the small field situation where you have to use the boards, you have to play in very short bursts. Physically, it's a totally different game when you're playing for 30, 40 seconds at a time at 100%, as opposed to playing 90 minutes and pacing yourself. So it's a huge adjustment, and they are genuinely rookies, even though they're a little bit older than you might anticipate.
Our man down on the field, Sal Rosamilio, once again has another interview for us. Sal.
Thanks, guys. Here with David Bascom, player/assistant coach with the Baltimore Blast. And I think maybe the key goal of the game tonight was the one that you assisted to Carlos Garcia. About midway through the third, gave you guys a 10-8 lead, which you never gave up the rest of the match. Tell us about that goal.
I'll tell you what's important. You know, all game, Carlos been shouting at me, man, you got to find me, you got to find me. You know, I told him, I said, listen, man, I'm the old man of the league. I said, you just run, you know, try to make it happen. You know, the ball came in, you know, came inside, you know, and just kind of rolled it back to him. When I turned around, I was so happy it went in, you know, because I was fatigued. I said, I got to run off this field, you know, so it was great.
Well, you call yourself the old man of the league. Will you be back for another season?
But I tell you what, you know, I got some taps on my shoulder, you know, from the owners and stuff, and just told me just hold off. You know, but right now, you know, I still love this game. I still have a passion for this game. So I got to see, as long as the younger players are coming through the game, and if these guys come through the game mature and understand how to play this game, then I can walk away. To walk away as a champion, greatest feeling.
And tell us a little bit about what you're doing in your home country.
It's great, you know, we got ISL running. You know, it actually starts up at the end of May. You know, it's professionally that we started, you know, to give, you know, just the young players some dream, you know, because, you know, it's very important, you know, that they stay focused. You know, a lot of community service work, you know, it's very important. So for me, it's a great thing, you know, to go back. I'm going back on Wednesday so I can enjoy it with them.
Well, congratulations. I won't keep you any longer. Go enjoy this tonight.
Thank you very much.
Al.
All right, Sal. David Bascom, another great story coming over to Baltimore from Harrisburg. He had some his best years, the prime of his career with the Harrisburg Heat. He did have a couple of great years here in Baltimore, and he's still a very, very dangerous player when healthy, and it's great to see that in this latter part of his career, Roger, he was able to come to a team that could provide him a chance to win championships, and that he's done.
Absolutely. 17 years he's been playing this game. You know, he's a survivor. He's even the commissioner of his own soccer league, I believe, in
Bermuda.
In the Bermuda.
Yes.
Yes, commissioner of a league down there. So a man who's put a lot into soccer, 17 years of his heart and his body into indoor soccer, and he's been a great contribution. And I was pleased to see him playing tonight, because he hasn't played quite so much in this last season, but it was great to see him getting as much time as he got.
How about these fans for the Baltimore Blast, Roger? I don't think out of the group that came, many of them have left. They're still getting pictures, talking with players. They're as excited as can be. They made the trip up here, plenty of them to support their team tonight, and they were rewarded with a victory.
They were indeed. Some of them are just waiting for your autograph, Al.
Right, of course.
But
well, they think I'm you know.
They're terrific supporters. They get great support. Baltimore is the best supported team in the league, unless Monterrey's numbers maybe caught them at the end of the year. But Baltimore's been a tremendously well-supported team over the years. And we hope to see more teams coming into the league in the future and see some expansion. The basis is there.
Yeah, it's a great game. As we've often said, it's as far as television goes, it's a great game to deliver on TV, and it's a game that I've been hooked on since I went to my first game back in 1981, and ever since, it's like, how can you go to this? How could you go to a game? How could you watch it on TV and not enjoy it, not be excited by it? And there's Eric Geyer getting congratulations for what his team did this year. Of course, he loses the championship tonight, but to get his team here in the